In this video we will go over what a masculine frame is, and how you can hold a masculine frame. Developing a masculine frame is the key way a man can have a powerful aura. Having a masculine frame just means carrying yourself in a masculine way. This doesn't just mean walking around with your head high and chest pumped out. This means handling situations like how a man should handle them, and not in the way like unfortunately most men handle situations today. As the years go on, there's a steady massive decline in masculine male role models for young men to look up to. A manly father figure makes a massive difference in a young man's life. A manly father teaches his son how a man is supposed to handle situations, how to carry himself, and how to overcome challenges that come about. But when a young man does not have a male role model to look up to, they will most likely lack the ability to be masculine. They were never taught or seen the way that men are supposed to act. Because of this, they would most likely be brought up being taught how he should act by a woman or beta male. This puts him at a massive disadvantage compared to other men who grew up with manly fathers. Though there are times where some men are able to take control of their lives and act as men should act, despite not growing up with a manly father figure. In these cases, there is mostly some male in their life or even one on TV who they look up to and want to be like. However, this is rare. For every one male without a father figure in his life that is able to become masculine, there are 10 that become much less of a man than a man is supposed to be. So this means we have a ton of men in the world who aren't acting as men should act. When a child doesn't have any strong male influence in his life, he has very little chance of growing into the man he should be. Why do men need masculine frames? If a man doesn't hold a masculine frame, there is little chance he will be able to have any control over his own life, and he will most likely be a yes man. Men like beta males are the men who are always working at jobs they hate, complaining about life, wishing his life was different, and ultimately never become what they want to be. Having a masculine frame means being able to be strong and powerful as a man should be, but also being able to control your emotions. You should be extremely confident but also calm and collected. He is the type of man who men can despise but still respect him. He is mostly calm, but can be extremely aggressive if he needs to be. How to hold a dominant masculine frame. It's important to understand that holding a dominant masculine frame means the way you carry yourself is unshakable and does not mean that you want or try to dominate others. Of course, there will be times when you aren't holding a perfect masculine frame, and might even go off the rails a bit. The only key here is consistency. Here are the 3 keys to holding a dominant masculine frame. 1. Masculine energy. 2. Emotional intelligence. 3. The ability to pass a shit test. Once you learn these 3 key elements, by the end of this video you will be able to hold a masculine frame. Number 1. Masculine energy. Your masculine energy is basically your testosterone or life force energy. It's the powerful sexual energy you feel, or the energy you feel when you're having a great day at the gym. You can develop more masculine energy by developing principles to live by, building strength, creating an inspiring purpose for your life, winning at things, and creating a legacy to leave behind. All real men have principles or morals that they live by and will try their hardest not to let anything or anyone break these morals or principles for themselves. Your principles or morals depend on the things that you value, but you must try to stick to them no matter what. This means saying no to things that don't align with your morals or principles. Being able to say no to things is a massive step in developing and growing your masculine energy. Feminine men or women are the more agreeable types that don't like confrontation and try not to disagree with people as much as they can. While masculine people are the ones who stay true to their beliefs and aren't afraid to argue their point, and let people know they don't agree with them. It's important to have some type of balance with both of these, and not get too out of control going one way or the other. But we won't focus on that right now. After you develop and write down your principles, it is important that you start growing your strength. Physically, you should be lifting weights or other hard physical activities, like martial arts or other things that make you stronger. Mentally, this is done by saying no to things that don't align with your principles. This can mean saying no to partying for a while, not eating bad foods, not letting people treat you poorly, getting out of a job you hate, and more. Next, it is important to create a purpose for your life that also inspires other people. Even if you start a business for yourself, it's important that it inspires others. This is because when others are inspired by your business, they will either want to buy from you or want to work for you. After you have a purpose that involves other people, now you can lead yourself and them on a journey to victory. This is how you can create your legacy. When you are working on something like this, your masculine energy will automatically begin to grow. Number 2. Emotional intelligence. If you are actually able to harness the masculine energy that's inside your body, the next step is to develop your emotional intelligence, so you don't end up in jail or worse. This doesn't mean that it's not ever okay to get angry, and this also doesn't mean to act weak and let people walk all over you. It's simply just knowing how to control your emotions in a way that will give you the best chance of getting what you truly want. This can mean playing it cool and holding back your anger, or it can also mean using your anger as a tool in a thought-out way to show you're serious. Building your emotional intelligence means figuring out what your emotional triggers are, learning how to control them, learning when to hold back your emotions, and when you should actually exaggerate them. This will require you to be as self-aware as possible. It can be hard to maintain a masculine frame if someone brings up one of your failures in the past that really hurt you. This is why it's important to figure out the things that trigger you emotionally. It can be emotions like jealousy, anger, or even being too happy at times. Yes, even being too happy can be used against you, like when you show how excited you are to make a deal happen. This will only show the person on the other side of the deal that they can walk away with more and make you walk away with less than what you deserve because you seem desperate. This is why you should think about it hard and write down your emotional triggers. Then whenever you feel these emotions, either switch them, suppress them, or use them to your advantage. Number 3. Ability to pass shit tests. I'm sure you've been wondering what a shit test is. A shit test is basically when someone is trying to get over on you and trying to get you to do something you don't want to do, or testing your value. You will be better at passing shit tests once you develop and understand your emotional intelligence. You'll get shit tests from all different kinds of people or people that come into your life. It can be with someone you just met, people online, your girlfriend, parents, customers, siblings, and all types of people. Women will usually do this before they sleep with you to see how much you value yourself and see if you're worth it. If you pass, you will be seen as a stronger man and more valuable. James Bond and Tommy Shelby from Peaky Blinders are perfect examples of men with a masculine frame. It doesn't matter to them if they're the strongest or biggest guys in the room. They still remain calm and collected because they're confident in themselves and their abilities. This is why they don't fold under pressure. Even though their abilities may seem out of reach to most people watching this video, you can still learn a lot from the way they act and how they carry themselves as men. Even when they are faced with the most difficult challenges, they don't fold or lose their frame. Whenever you are faced with difficult challenges in life, it's important to try your best to hold your masculine frame and keep it together. You shouldn't let other people control your state of being. Be masculine, but not out of control. Remain in complete control of your actions and don't let your emotions control how you react. By watching characters like James Bond or Tommy Shelby from Peaky Blinders, you can learn almost all there is to know about masculine frames as long as you pay attention. If you don't have a male role model, it is important to find one, whether it's a person you can hang out with in real life or studying people from television, YouTube, or books. This will do more than inspire you. It will also train your mind to act differently. Practice the things we talked about in this video and you will begin to develop a more masculine frame. Review this video is needed because it is important to remember and put these steps into action in order for any change to occur. If this video helped, please like and subscribe to our channel because we will continue making videos like this for as long as possible.